So you've discovered Tale of Knives, right? You've found out, oh, these guys make some awesome gear. I have to have one of these. So which one do you get? It's completely up to you. Right? I uh, I started out with something very similar to this. This is a multi-tool push-up clip standard, and they call it standard because of the flashlight holder. Pretty much all of Tale of Knives offerings are going to come with a flashlight holder, and this is kind of the crux of the issue that you're going to run into, because if you weren't carrying a flashlight before, you're going to start carrying a flashlight. And being that you are hunking down some change for Tale of Knives gear, and you probably hunk down some coin on your whatever multi-tool that you've probably heavily modified. Am I getting this in focus right? Right. You've done some work. You've done some research. You've got a setup that works really good for you, but now you don't really know that much about flashlights, and so you start getting a couple of flashlights. So my first Tale of Knives holster was a T-Tux Slim, because I didn't think I needed a big light, and so I got a small light. And getting other small lights, I stumbled across this little thing. This is a Lumentop FWAA. It runs Android 2 software, and you'll find out all about these kind of things when you get into the flashlight world. But this thing opened up a whole new world, essentially. And now I own a whole lot of flashlights. And I also own a whole lot of Tale of Knives gear, not even what's pictured here because I've given it to my son. But that's kind of the point of this story, is how do you buy this once and figure out flashlights and stuff? So I'm going to try to help you out. This is my second holster from Tale of Knives. This is the multi-tool push-up in standard, and as you can see, standard fits the Lumentop FWAA fairly well. There's a little bit of a gap, but because of the clip, it doesn't really matter. And so that's point number one, is get a little bit bigger flashlight slot than you think you need, because you can always throw a pocket clip on it and it will hold it just fine. All of the flashlight thingamajigs are open at the bottom, so you'll want the clip if it doesn't fit in there super snug. The reason I bought another Tale of Knives holster and why I got belt loops is because one day I forgot to put this on. I was still relatively new to carrying my knife on my waist, which I really dig, by the way. It's nice having my pockets back. but I forgot it, and I thought I'd lost it at work, and I was frantic, running around, and I was like, "That's it, getting another one, and I'm getting belt loops, and it's never coming off." And so I did, right? I picked up one of these. This is the multi-tool push-up with the extra large flashlight holder in belt loops because I'm taking my own advice. Fantastic piece of gear. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. I love it. Still love it. I don't wear it because I've gone on to find the rig that works best for me. But I did learn that extra large flashlight hole is right for me. So when I got this, there was right in here, not on this one, but right in here, there was a little teeny tiny tear right at the stitching, and it was purely cosmetic. I mean, this is full grain Wickett and Craig leather. You can see it's as tough as leather, but it didn't go all the way through. The fibers were still intact. It was just a little slit on the top, completely cosmetic. I emailed Tale of Knives on a Sunday, just, hey, is this normal? And within 30 minutes, Meg had emailed me back, and she said, well, leather is different. It comes from a living, breathing thing, and they all lived their lives independently of each other, and some of them had better lives than others, and there's character in leather, and blah, blah. I get it. This was not a blemish. This was something that it looked like it had been due to or as a result of the stitching somehow. It didn't particularly matter. I was fine. Like, hey, I get it. But she emailed me back a few minutes later, and she goes, "You know what? We're just going to go ahead and replace it. Keep the existing holster. Do whatever you want with it, and we'll send you out a new one." And then she emails me again and says, "We're bumping you up to the top of the list. So every single, well, not every single. You can buy some that are ready to ship, but you can customize these with the color of the leather, the thread color. You've got a bunch of different options, right? And typical lead time on any made-to-order gear from Tale of Knives is going to be about 4 to 6 weeks. So the rule of thumb is you order something from Tale of Knives, and as soon as you forget you ordered it, it'll come. Because if you sit watching the inbox, you are going to have a long month and a half, fella. But one of the reasons it takes so long to get it is if something goes wrong with it, they prioritize the custom built replacement. As you can see, this has gray thread, and that's not standard. They shipped me out a new one. I had it within a week, and it was amazing. And so, two things. Yes, I got this because I thought I had lost this and I didn't want to lose it, right? And I'm also one of those kind of guys that, if something's really good, you better get another one in case something happens to it, which is stupid, I realize, but especially with Tale of Knives, you don't have to do that. If if something gets mucked up, they'll fix it quick. So I got this one, right? But what I really wanted was, just like the first one I ordered, a T-Tux, right? I wanted something with a pen holder. I wanted my multi-tool. I wanted a flashlight in the appropriate size, and I wanted a key holder too, because just like where I had forgotten to clip this to my belt, sometimes I forget to clip my key holder. So I wanted something with an integrated key holder. I'm going to put this on and all is well. And I'm off to the races. So this is the, I think it's still a Tux. I don't know. It's a multi-tool push-up. Extra large flashlight holder with the pen slot and double clip. Excuse the airplane, sorry. Welcome to Houston, whoever you are. We're right next to Ellington Airport here, so my current setup is this and a notebook, right? And so if you don't know what to get, get the one you want, right? The one that I started out with was something very similar to this, just in a different size, but get a bigger flashlight holder. Secondly, if you don't know which flashlight to get, let me just help you out. Get this. This is a Hank light. They call it a Hank light because it's made by a guy named Hank Wang out of China. Super cool dude. He has a couple of different companies, MSR and Noctagon. I really like the Noctagon, but not in these holsters. So for a work light, this thing has been a beauty. It's titanium and copper heatsink, quad LED. They make a dual channel version, but don't worry about any of that. It's the form factor primarily that you should get. If you're gonna buy a flashlight and you don't know anything about flashlights, get this flashlight. This is a MSR D4V2. It doesn't particularly matter which emitter options you get. Completely up to you. They are totally customizable. It's got a magnetic tail cap option, which I recommend highly that you get, because as you are doing stuff, you can just, I love that this is open at the bottom, because I just stick things in there and it holds bits and whatever. This is the Leatherman bit holder, and I couldn't find any pictures that show that it holds both bit kits. Rest assured, it does. So that's the flashlight to get. The knife is completely subjective. I'm not gonna tell you what to get. I personally carry a Leatherman Charge TTI. That's just me. And then for the pen, this is a Refine EP1 bolt action pen in titanium. and copper because it matched my light there. I love this little pen. This thing is it's a beauty. It feels really nice. Then I also carry a notebook, not by Tale of Knives. This is Popov leather. Um, they're Canadian, but they use Horween leather, which is still made in Chicago, I believe. Really nice gear. I am super happy with this thing. And of course, my first bolt action pen was the Tactile Turn. This is the standard short. Very nice. Very nice. Made in Texas. The EP1, the Refine pen, is a company out of Huntington Beach, California, but they produce those overseas. Anyway, so 6-month younger self, get whichever Tale of Knives holster you want, but since you don't know dick about flashlights yet, get the MSR D4 V2 in whatever emitter strikes your fancy, and whatever button color you want. Go ahead and pull the trigger on this thing because we like our pockets back, and this has been cool that it holds both bit kits, and so we have everything we need to be successful, productive members of society in whatever jobs we're doing. I hope this helped. Don't forget, MSR D4V2. Get the extra large flashlight holder. You can do this.